I think I could even go back to Saturday against Bemidji. You know, I think we gave up 15 shots on Saturday night against Bemidji. Thought we played a very good game Friday night. I think we gave up 20 shots, 22 shots. And then 13 shots in 3 periods of regulation hockey. They got 5 in overtime, so they finished with 18. But that's a recipe for success, you know, and you know, especially with some guys being out, and you know, you might not have as much firepower offensively because of the injuries. We're going to have to keep people, you know, in the low 20s, mid 20s. You know, and obviously if we can have games where we keep them at 13, it gives you a chance to win every night.
I think, Coach, when we kind of look at the injury list going into this weekend, any updates on guys or who back or who we may not see this weekend?
Yeah, Messick's still out. Colby Enns is still out. Some of the guys with the long injuries like Latch and Yeppy and Grammer and those guys are out. We're not going to have Schlane, and that, you know, that's obviously a big one. The hope is that you get Riley Funk back. So, you know, right now on the board there's 8 guys that are out. So hopefully Funk comes back and makes it 7.
I think, Coach, we kind of talked about this all year, but playing at home, and now it's, you know, the last one before the playoffs. Is it a good feeling to be at home for your last regular season game headed into the playoffs? Yeah,
for a lot of reasons. You know, continuing to play well probably is important, but the travel in our league is tough. And in you know, so for Bowling Green, they're 8.5, 9 hours up, and then, you know, they could be another 8.5, 9 hours next weekend on the road. You know what I mean? So for us to be at home, and actually we got home at a pretty decent time from Ferris last weekend because of 5 o'clock game. So we got home at 2 o'clock, I think, in the morning, which is, you know, is much better than 5 a.m. or 6 a.m. So I think a lot of the reasons it's nice to be at home, you know, and it being senior night, you know, like there's been, you know, these guys have put a lot of effort and energy and blood, sweat, and tears, and you know, even though Andre and Mike Van Hoonen aren't going to be recognized because it's their 5th year, you know, those guys have been in the championship game twice. You know, the impact that Schlane's had, you know, Ryland Van Hoonen, 4-year guy. So, you know, hopefully that gives us a little extra oomph, you know, on Saturday night.
And then, Coach, when we kind of look at the standings right now, there's a lot that can happen in this last weekend. Your guys' concentration, and what do you guys have to go do Friday and Saturday to come away with 6 points?
We got to, you know, like I said, we got to continue to defend. You know, the power plays got a little shifted, you know, because Colby's out and now Artem's out, so, and Messick's out. So, you know, those had to be adjusted a little bit. I think you saw on Saturday, we got the 2 power play goals on Friday, and then Saturday, without, you know, some of those guys, it probably let us down a little bit. You know, we got to make sure we get that back on track. And just like I said, continue to like today's practices. We have to work on finding ways to generate more goals. We're generating a plethora of chances. How do you now can we help ourselves finish on those chances? And you know, because on Saturday I thought, you know, we probably had, you know, you look at expected goals, you know, maybe it would have been 4 for us, you know, and then he ended up getting 1. And the goalie played good, no doubt. But just how do we finish on our chances?
And then, Coach, last one. For a long time, Friday, Saturday standard's been 7:07, 6:07. Do you see more teams starting to move to that 7:07 and then 5:07 the following day, just to help with travel for everybody?
Yeah, I think there's a fine line. I think 5 is probably the earliest you can go, because you start getting into 4 o'clock, and now there's the disparity of resources available to the home team and the away team. You know, so you don't want to get, you know, too up in the day, but I kind of like the 5 o'clock start. For coaches, it's great, because all we do is sit around and wait after our meetings. You know, the guys are napping and preparing, and we've done all our work already, so I liked it.